So Donald Trump is now effectively selling insider information for $100,000 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, I'm your political analyst, Dr. Ian Phillips, and I'm here to present the Fell for It Again award on screen to the Donald Trump supporters. Now, what is this story? What's going on here? Well, if you remember a couple weeks ago, if anybody's been following, my channel, I wish more of you guys would, you probably remember that Donald Trump has now started what's called Truth Social API. And effectively, what that does is it gives direct institutional level access to Donald Trump's Truth Social post just milliseconds earlier to large financial institutions, big banks, right, Wall Street trading firms, et cetera, anybody who wants to make a buck. Now, what does that do? Well, it means they can effectively trade based on Donald Trump's insane Truth Social post that much quicker, and they do so using AI. And so imagine that Donald Trump is like, oh, Micron, we love Micron. Dell computers, I love Dell computers. And then all of a sudden the stock goes up, but they were able to react on it first, meaning that they can get a larger margin for themselves to whereby they can make a little bit more profit. And so effectively what he's doing is he's selling insider information for $100,000 a month. Now, some people are going to argue and say, well, this isn't technically insider information, bro. It's all going to be public, half a second later anyways to the general public. If it's like, yeah, but by the time you refresh your page, it's already too late. His posts have already been given to these financial institutions who have already made a buck, and now you, the average American, are screwed over. Whereas I, somebody with a functioning prefrontal lobe, says, hey, maybe the president shouldn't be allowed to sell access to his inner thoughts and his public opinions earlier before, the general public receives it for $100,000 a month. I don't know. Perhaps I'm in the minority, but I don't think that's a good idea for our country. Again, maybe I'm crazy. You know what? Matter of fact, fuck it. Let's send another $100 billion to Israel too while we're at it, right? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think that's a good idea for our country. Call me crazy, but that's just the way that I see it. So now, I remember at the time he said that he already had some clients for this, and this was a couple weeks ago when this was announced, and then obviously the rollout was here on August 1st. So now we're just going to be in a world of hurt, man. I don't know in what world this can be allowed to go on. And the worst part about all of this is probably only maybe I think I rank this in third place with respects to what he's done. Now, I'm going to use this as the example to just show corruption for this administration here. And, and the unfortunate part is it's probably legal that he's doing this, which is very, very unfortunate. But it's effectively selling insider information, even though it technically is legal, I guess, for now. But I would rank number one and number two is he started 7 wars, and he's in 3 proxy wars. So that's 10 wars in total, 10 countries that have been bombed or have been directly bombed as a result of our taxpayer dollars that I know about. And then in addition to that, the Epstein files has just been the most biggest astronomical fumble maybe in the history of this fucking country. Really, really bad. I mean, they were sanctioning murders in the emails and nobody's been arrested. Their names were redacted. They were talking about torturing young people, young children, and names were redacted. In what fucking world should we stand for this as a country? I have absolutely no idea. And if you defend that, you're a disgusting human being. And you got the Fell for It Again award as well. But hey, you fell for it 2 times with the wars and the Epstein files. You fell for it again award number 3 right here, baby. Fell for it again. $100,000 a month you can buy insider information now from the president of the United States. That's fucking insane. But that's the world that we live in, guys, and nobody seems to bat an eye. Nobody seems to care about this, which is the most mind-blowing thing to me. And maybe, yes, there was a little bit less news because it wasn't officially launched yet 2 weeks ago, but even this announcement, I said this should be I think this should probably be an indictable offense. If it's not already illegal, it should be illegal, and I don't see evidence that it necessarily is illegal, but it should be illegal. And in addition to that, this should be impeachable at the very least. Either way, you can't have the president doing this. This is absolutely insane. This is not protecting the interest of the average Americans. This is protecting the interest of the billionaire elite class, the giant corporations, financial institutions, and that's something that we cannot stand for. Now, again, perhaps I'm in the minority, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea for our country. Again, call me crazy. It's probably not a good idea. But if you guys did enjoy the video here, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for some more content. Absolutely crazy news here, and I'm sure we'll see where it goes moving forward. Of course, you know, insider trading, I guess just allegations for now, but man, it ain't looking good. So, guys, I'm your host, Dr. Ian Phillips, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.